Okay, hot and humid hydroponics. Here's a good tip for you. This is our old friend Reflectix bubble wrap, and what I've done is I've used a bucket lid to make a template to make these neat little reflective covers, because you know this stuff gets hot in the sun, and there's a 1.25 inch hole or a slit, and you just tape it down to your bucket when you get done. So I'll show you how to make them in a second. Okay, so what I have here is just a pink bucket lid from Home Depot. Does not come with a hole in it, obviously. I put a hole in it, and I'll show you how to do that. And what we have here is our 16-speed drill press, and I have a cross-feed vise, cross-slide vise, cheap, Harbor Freight. And what I have here is a spoil board. It's just a piece of 1/4 inch MDF on a block of wood, just viced in there real tight, and we'll use it as a spoil board so it don't tear up our bucket lid when we drill the hole. And this is what every hydroponics guru should have in their arsenal in the shop. Harbor Freight Drill Master 16-piece Forstner bit set. These are not spade bits. These are Forstner bits. They make nice clean holes. These are great for drilling holes in the sides of your buckets. If you use a spade bit, you'll get an irregular shaped hole, because it'll grab and jump all over. These make nice clean holes. I don't remember what I paid for them. It's probably like 15, 20 bucks, maybe 30 bucks. I don't remember. Use a coupon, get them. Okay. They go from a 1/4 inch, which is missing, all the way up to like 2.5, 2 inches, something like that. Also, you're going to need some 2-inch C-clamps. Harbor Freight, cheap, get them on sale. So what I have here is a 1.25 inch, and we just chuck that in there. You notice I have a chuck key in my hand. I never leave it in the chuck in case I accidentally hit the power button. Never want to do that. Always hold that in your hand or put it someplace in your pocket. And all I did is turn the bucket lid upside down, because these are injection molded. There's usually a little nipple on top from the injection molding process. You turn it upside down. Use your Forstner bit. See, there's a little point on there to get perfectly centered. And here's our C-clamps here to clamp it to the spoil board. That being said, it's just a matter of drilling through the bucket lid. And when it cuts through, you don't have to use a lot of force, just take your time with it. You'll hear snap, snap. As soon as it does, you're done. Cut your power off, unclamp your lid. Boom, perfect 1.25 inch hole. Why 1.25 inch? Because I can use this somewhere else, and power cords, grounded power cords, will fit through an 1.25 inch hole. Also, that's a good size for plants. Right, stand by. Okay, here's our good old friend Reflectix bubble wrap. Everybody knows what this stuff is. Reflectix bubble insulation. And what we just do, put our lid down, take Mr. Sharpie, trace the center hole, and bang. Just go down the row. You can make a whole bunch of these at one time. It's hard to see from the light, but I've made I don't know, about 20 of these, just ready to be cut out. Bucket lids are 12 inches in diameter. I got the 16 inch. I had it left over from another project. If you get the 12 inch will be perfect. You won't have all this waste, which I'm not going to waste this. This stuff's like gold. Silver is like gold, though. I can use this 4-inch piece to do something, line some pipes or something, I don't know. Maybe use it around the rims at the tops of the buckets, where it's exposed. Keeps some of the heat off from the sun. So just a matter of cutting these out. One last thing. See, trace them, trace your hole. Don't forget your hole. You can use the grooves in the bubble wrap. I find one like right here as a straight edge. Just draw you a straight line. Wow, now you have a slit and an entry point to get your scissors in here. Just cut them with a pair of kitchen shears, and you have reflective Dutch bucket covers. Done.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, this is my quick little walkthrough. That's my hydroponics greenhouse out there. It's still in full operation. Anyway, it's also got an attached chicken pan. Anyway, this is going to be really quick because I have really lousy internet out here. So anyway, here's the future. This is my indoor section for the winter. There's that slip master. Yep. And it's got 40 gallons of a high octane nutrient mix in it. Anyway, here's a DWC, and it's got largely just tomatoes and peppers in it. And also at this end, it's got some just some seedlings floating around in it. It's just kale and bok choy and romaine lettuce and some Swiss chard. Anyway, it's just little starters. As you can see, I've got netting over the top, which makes it really easy to tie all your strings on, because then it just doesn't matter where it's at. A little fan at this end. Everything's on timers. Here I've got my cheat sheets, so I can keep track of myself, and also blueprints of the land around here. More blueprints and stuff and ideas and things. Here's a future aquaponics setup with a couple of fish in it. I'm going to go ahead and get a bunch more fish and dabble with it this winter. Anyway, here's my water systems coming over here, tying everything together. I've got regular water lines going in, and here I've got a nutrient tank. It's also got some little stuff floating around in it that are seedlings. And here's those N.F.Ts that we've been talking about, the cheapies at Home Depot, the rain gutters. I added to this end, put the intersecting splices on and the 90s, just because it was splashing all over. I really didn't want to because I like the waterfall effect, but I ended up having to. Again, I've got netting over the top, and more blueprints over there, and a spot underneath for miscellaneous stuff, and just stuff and strawberry plants and just a little bit of everything going every which way. That's the way I like it. I like putting a lot of stuff in. I got to get some more lighting. I've actually got a whole bunch more of these 4-foot lights. But anyway, pretty cool, fun. I just have a blast doing all this stuff. I've got timers hanging from the ceiling, and I've got just all sorts of, just stuff. Anyway, it changes every day. I just keep on going. Anyway, take care. You guys have a good time, and just enjoy what you're doing. Have a blast, and keep reading, keep studying, and it'll all come together. Keep changing. It's all good. Anyway, have a good one. Bye. This is Tom Carew, and I'm out.
This is Paul from Hot and Humid Hydroponics. Hey, I want to quickly talk to you guys about something it's called Southern Late Blight. Actually, I think its official name is just Late Blight, but some people call it down here Southern Late Blight. And there's a couple different types of blights. We talked about them earlier in the season. Early blight, which has a certain mold pattern on leaves, and then there's late blight, which has a completely different mold pattern on leaves. Today I want to talk to you about late blight because it's not something you get a chance to see all the time. Not that I like the fact that I'm seeing it, because it has effectively killed all my tomato plants that was possibly hoping to hold over through the season. And the thing is that it's very, very destructive on your plant. So really quick here, I want to show you what this looks like. So here's a perfectly good tomato, right here on the right. That's late blight. So trying to focus in on that so you can see it. There you go. See those marks? That's late blight as well. So when you see these stems, you see these black markings in the stem, that's definitely late blight. These water, greasy splotches on leaves in the back there. Try to focus that in as well. Here we go, one moment. There we go. So those splotchy marks and just the devastation that happens to your fruit. Now I've probably lost about, so far in my entire count, I don't know, I'm giving you a rough estimate, I've probably lost at least 20-30 pounds of fruit to late blight out of this whole entire system. Good news is that it came really late in the season. Now just because it's called late blight doesn't mean it happens late in the season. It doesn't. It's just that you switch from a cold environment to a warm environment, and it opens up the spores and makes it very accessible to the plant, and that's what gets it. Now late blight only affects tomatoes and potatoes. So you guys heard about the old potato famine? You can blame late blight for that. Late blight will kill everything, and it spreads very quickly. So that's why it's really important to make sure that whether you're doing it naturally or synthetically, that you are keeping on top of your fungicides. Now, what I'm going to try this year, and it's been brought to my attention like 3-4 times. So if you hear from 3 different people, it's not just a fluke. I'm going to probably start spraying on a weekly or probably like every 3 or 4 days because it's so cheap. Sodium bicarbonate, also known as baking soda. And the whole purpose for doing that is this. Baking soda will stick to the top of the leaves for a little bit, and it changes the pH of the leaves. Blight likes acidic leaves. And the thing is, when you got a tomato plant that is an acid-loving plant, you can assume that the pH of the leaf structure is acidic. So, when you're looking at a way to kind of defeat things, you can go ahead and just change the pH of the top side and work with that. Now, is that the only thing I'm going to do? No, probably not. I'm probably going to do some organics and some biofungicides on the top too, but I'm not going to use them as much. The problem is I didn't do a lot of biofungicides this year simply because it's expensive, and the minute you start spraying every other day with biofungicide, you start losing your value on your crop. Like I said here at Human Hydroponics, we're not trying to develop a $20 tomato. I really would like to make sure that when I'm hydro gardening, that I'm keeping my prices right in line, if not way cheaper than what it would cost to go to the store. So that I can either sell my produce to my friends at a reduced rate, or when we have an overabundance, or make it available to my family for canning. So again, it doesn't make sense if I can go to the store and buy certified organic tomatoes. Again, I'm not talking about taste, I'm just talking about from a purchase standpoint. Certified organic tomatoes at the store versus all the effort I'm going into and all the structure you got here. Anyways, sidetrack. So, late blight. It'll just kill your stuff dead. That's that. But here's the thing. Here's good news, guys. Check this out. That's what I pulled off my plants green last Sunday, and they're all turning. I mean, some things are kind of going to blight a little bit, but a lot of them are turning. I pulled this off this morning. Guys, these are beefsteak tomatoes. They're all turning yellow, so most of them will turn red over time. I'm going to put them in a box. I'm going to probably spray them down with some vinegar and some baking soda to keep any blight residue off of them and kind of keep them in check. Maybe a little bit. I might even dip them in chlorine bleach, a very light solution to kill off anything. That seemed to work for me last weekend when I did them in this kiddie pool, for the most part. And here's some more. Here's some more. Sorry about the condition, everything. I'm under construction. These are coming along very nice. I shall have these up and running this week. I'm going to be I'm a little late in the season on some things, so I'm going to be picking up some seedlings from a local hydroponics location that I'll probably introduce you to here in the Tampa Bay area in a couple of weeks. And then going over here, and of course, everything gets used here at Hot and Humid Hydroponics in my small backyard. There's my kiddie slide, and yeah, more of them. You know, I didn't really have much space to put anything because it's the morning and I got to get to work. So yeah, that's the thing. I'm not a professional farmer, you know. All I do is I produce my family, and I just made it big enough to where it produces a little bit of abundance. So anyways, I thank you guys from Hot and Humid Hydroponics. Thank you for tuning in, and you have a great morning and enjoy your weekend.